Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy day today to join us in our Explore Cairns and Great Barrier Reef webinar. We've been lucky to be joined by some amazing guests today to help us speak through some of the product that feature in our itineraries as part of this campaign. So we have Kath Cutler here from Tourism Tropical North Queensland, Holly Essex from Quicksilver Cruises, and Trent Berry from Wildlife Habitat up in Port Douglas. So I'm going to start straight into this so we can get through this and everyone back to their day. So I'll hand it over to Kath to start talking about the beautiful region.
Thank you so much, Michael. Welcome to our third webinar with Anne's Crow. This webinar features our beautiful region of Port Douglas and the Daintree. So we'll jump right into it. I'll share my presentation with you now. So welcome to Port Douglas and the Daintree region. As you can see, beautiful sand caves, awesome crystal blue waters. So where is Port Douglas and the Daintree region? So it's located 1 hour north of the Cairns International Airport, and you can hire a car or you can have transfers available through companies like Exemplar, for example, that take you all along this beautiful scenic journey to the Great Barrier Reef on the Great Barrier Reef Drive, which is one of Australia's most breathtaking coastal regions. So, tropical, like this area, so our area is actually the temperature is around 26 degrees all year round. So it is the gateway to two World Heritage areas that sit side by side, the Great Barrier Reef and the Daintree Rainforest. So it's a really premier coastal destination, and we have chic, laid-back tropical escapes. So rainforest walks, reef adventures, waterfalls. You get to see our amazing, iconic Australian wildlife like cassowaries and crocodiles, but also we are home to two of the oldest living cultures in the world, the Aboriginal and the Torres Strait Islander people. We have pristine sands and the turquoise waters of all of our beautiful sand caves and sensational dinings, which options, which include seafood straight from trawlers, all those beautiful waterfront bars, and we have local markets every Sunday that you can experience, and that's where most of us locals hang out. I'm going to show you a really amazing clip from our region, and hopefully this gets you nice and warm this morning. So it really is such an amazing location. As you could tell, there one of my favorite scenes is actually the Great Barrier Reef Drive, where you can see all the coconut trees. Now that's in a location called Tala Beach Nature Reserve. And when we talk about Port Douglas and Daintree accommodation, that is one of the iconic places to stay. They have 700 coconut trees in their property. And if you are a self-driver, you can just stop by and knock the top off of a coconut and drink some fresh coconut juice on your way to Port Douglas. So this area here is the Sheridan Mirage. We have full service resorts, luxury villas, self-catering apartments, secluded rainforest lodges like the luxury lodge of Australia called Silky Oaks, also glamping and camping and rainforest cabins. It is home to iconic experiences. So as you can see, those beautiful Daintree images there. You can also visit Mossman Gorge Cultural Centre. It is a must-do. They have a Dreamtime Walk. The Dreamtime Walk is an hour and a half, and you actually are really immersed into that Indigenous short storytelling. It's amazing, going to that location. There's also the River Drift float by Backcountry Bliss, and Holly will talk to you today about the Great Barrier Reef tours. So what can you do from Port Douglas? Well, we spoke about snorkeling and diving on the Great Barrier Reef, exploring the Daintree rainforest, and then we've just spoken about our Indigenous experiences, but you can also do adventure. So we are the adventure capital of Australia. So this is an image of zip lining through the rainforest, and this is done by Reef Unlimited. You can also have your wildlife encounters. We'll speak with Trent today about the Croc Arena at the Wildlife Habitat Park, and also the River Drift, which you've just seen the pictures on the previous slide. The local market shopping, sunrise hot air ballooning, the Sky Rail cableway, and also fishing charters are all done from around the Port Douglas and Daintree region. The product, the package that we're promoting today is actually the Port Douglas Family Highlights. And obviously these ones here is a great deal. So it includes return airport transfers, 4 nights at Bay Village Resort in Port Douglas, a full day Quicksilver Outer Barrier Reef cruise, and also a general admission ticket into the wildlife habitat. So Michael can give you some details on how to book that, but I will hand over to Holly and she will talk to you all things great about Quicksilver Cruises.
Thanks, Kath. Let me just get my slides up. Alrighty, thanks again everyone for joining us today. I'm going to run you through our fantastic product here in Port Douglas. So let me just get that up. There we go. First up, Quicksilver Group. We have got a number of fantastic experiences up here. You'll see on this slide here all our vessels that are located up in Port Douglas. So we do have 5 vessels and we have 4 different touring options based out of Port Douglas. The one we're going to focus on today is, get it to go down, our Quicksilver Outer Barrier Reef Tour, which is the one that's part of that package deal. Quicksilver Outer Barrier Reef pontoon, it's actually located on the very outer edge of the reef, on the Agincourt Reef system, which is the very southern tip of those ribbon reefs, quite an iconic, famous reef system on the Great Barrier Reef. It takes roughly about an hour and a half from our Port Douglas marina to get out to the reef, but the vessels that we use are very comfortable wave-piercing catamarans, very spacious, and they obviously travel nice and smoothly through the water, so great for all kind of weather conditions, which is fantastic. There's the image there of our fantastic vessel, the wave-piercing catamaran. You've got the bar on board, comfortable seating, and the crew will obviously go around and explain the day and answer any questions on the journey out. A little overhead shot of our pontoon sitting out there, so you can see that beautiful reef system that we have exclusive access to there. Here's another image showing the pontoon. You'll see the float lines there. That just assists people who maybe aren't that comfortable snorkeling, it's their first time snorkeling, or they just need a rest. We've got rest stations located out there as well. It's not an enclosed section, so you can see there's snorkelers outside of that area. So you really do have full access to the beautiful reef there, and plenty of space for everyone to spread out and find a little patch just for themselves. You'll see as well we are fully accessible. So our vessel is ramped, the pontoon is ramped. There are stairs getting in and out of the water. However, we also have an accessible chairlift. So this product really is suitable for all ability levels, all accessibility levels, and all ages. We do get a lot of young families out there with the prams, so it's really for everyone. Some beautiful shots of our underwater marine life there. So you see the giant clam front and center there. There are a number of giant clams out there as well as turtles and lots of other marine life and beautiful colorful corals. One of our really unique options that we have on the pontoon is our semi-submersible. Now this is included, it's not an additional cost for any of your passengers, and it goes around the back edge of the reef. So you can see in the image there, it just heads out around away from the snorkelers and goes through some beautiful coral valleys. So as you're going through, you can see in the image there, you'll be seeing coral out either side of the windows, and it feels like basically you're snorkeling but able to stay dry. So great for those people who maybe don't want to swim as well. We also have an underwater viewing platform located on the pontoon. So if you don't want to go out on the boat, the little semi-submersible, you're welcome to just simply walk underneath the pontoon and have a little look at the fish. And often the divers will be swimming by, so it's a pretty cool little viewpoint there. We also do fish feeding out on the pontoon. So again, included, it happens just after lunchtime. Everyone can gather and watch our marine biologists and our lifeguards talk about the fish, the marine life while they feed them. It's also a great photo opportunity. If you get in with your GoPro, you can literally be swimming amongst the fish frenzy, which is a lot of fun too. Fantastic hot and cold buffet lunch on board. So we do get some really great compliments about the food. It's really nice and fresh. It's all catered by our own team here, and the majority is locally sourced, which is fantastic as well. Alrighty, marine biologist snorkel tour. This is an optional upgrade that your guests can choose to add on to their tour. They get an exclusive snorkel with a marine biologist, and this does take them to exclusive areas of the reef away from the general snorkeling area. Again, if you've got people that are really interested in the reef too, they will explain the different types of coral, different marine life. You can ask any questions. So it's a really nice experience if you're interested in adding that on. We do introductory dives and certified dives as well. So anyone who wants to add that onto their tour, you can book that on board or you can pre-book that. There's plenty of availability, and it's a really nice, easy spot to scuba dive. So fantastic for first timers or people who maybe haven't dived in a little while as well. We have our Ocean Walker helmet diving too. This is a great in-between of snorkeling and the scuba diving. If you're not a confident swimmer, this is a really good step as well before you jump into that scuba diving. A very unique experience, great photo opportunities as well, and it's located just underneath the platform. And lastly, we can add on our scenic heli flights too. So we do 10-minute scenic flights. It's actually just a little pontoon off to the side. So a boat will take you over, jump on the helicopter and head up and actually see the reef from above. So plenty of availability on that as well. We do generally recommend pre-booking, but if they decide last minute, there's usually some spots on the day too. Just a great way to see the reef from a different angle. That's basically everything on our Quicksilver product that's included in this package. We do have a number of other products. So we have Silver Sonic, we have Wave Dancer, and we have Poseidon. Now, all of these options are available if your passengers wanted to swap out. Say in the package, they could choose to change to another vessel depending on what might suit them better. Silver Sonic, it's just a bigger day, more focused on snorkeling and scuba diving without all those added extras that you can do on the pontoon. Poseidon will have more of a focus on the reef health, education, and some more advanced diving and snorkeling sites, so wall dives, drift dives. And then we've got Wave Dancer, which is a fantastic sailing boat that goes to Low Isles, a beautiful little island beach set up there where you can see turtles and have a little swim, a little snorkel. But otherwise, Quicksilver is our flagship product, our most popular product, and just ticks the boxes for everyone. All right, thank you so much. Let me get out of that for you.
All right, thank you, Holly. Sounds like I might take the day off after those two speeches and go and explore. Absolutely beautiful. So just bear with me here, guys, while I bring up my slide for wildlife habitat in Port Douglas here. Okie dokie. So hoping everybody can see that. Is that correct at the moment?
Yeah,
it's just loading, Trent.
Awesome.
Yeah, got you now.
Thank you so much, guys. So yeah, wildlife habitat in Port Douglas, you can see there on that first slide is owned and operated by the locally owned Woodward Family Captor Group. So they're synonymous with tourism up here in far north Queensland and nature-based experiences. And you can see there on that screen, we're one of only a number of 5 or 6 attractions they do have up here in far north Queensland. So if you do have any more time after your 5-day package, then please head out and explore some of these attractions. But as for wildlife habitat itself, it's a really unique way to see Australian native wildlife. So we don't house any exotic animals that you may see from overseas. It's all animals that are endemic to the far north Queensland region. So like Catherine said, we're looking at the southern cassowaries, we're crocodiles, the Lumholtz tree kangaroo. So getting a connection with the local animals that you would see up here in far north Queensland. Just saying here, we can't see the slides. Is that coming up for everybody else at the moment?
I can see your slides, Trent, but is any other agents having trouble seeing Trent's slides on the screen at the moment?
Got nothing saying I can see.
He says I can see.
Yeah.
Alison, I'm going to send through the slides after this as well. So yeah, apologies. There might just be an issue on your side, or there might be a connection issue. So I'll make sure I'll get that over to you afterwards.
Well, good. Thank you for that, Michael.
Nice.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing here is in our park here, it's a completely immersive experience. So as soon as you walk through the doors, all our birds are free flight, all our animals are free roaming, except for obviously your dangerous animals. You don't want those crocodiles walking around the park. So you can actually immerse yourself with these animals and get a connection with them. So we totally leave it up to the wildlife whether they want to interact. If they don't want to interact, then absolutely we don't force them to do that. So it's totally their choice. But you'll generally find there's a few characters in our park that absolutely, like birds, will come and sit on your shoulder, wander around with you, spend the day with you. You can really get an appreciation for them and build a relationship with them if you like. The beauty about wildlife habitat is, and especially with your 5-day package, is that your entry ticket, every entry ticket is valid for 5 days. So you can come and go on that same entry ticket for 5 consecutive days into our park. So the first day that you arrive, we'll give you a pass. You just need to show that to reception when you come back, and you can come and go as you please for those 5 days. So it's perfect for families with little ones. Maybe don't want to see out the whole day at a wildlife park. It's a little bit tiring, or you want to go and do something else. You can spend an hour or 2 in the park, go home and then come back the next day and see the rest of the park, or go and see your favourite show again. So there's plenty of opportunities there to come back. So as I go through a few of these slides here, guys, sorry, just went a bit too far there. You can see here some of these photos. Obviously our kangaroos, wallabies down in Savannah. You can immerse yourselves with them, and you can buy some kangaroo food at reception and feed the kangaroos. You can see here, this is our rainforest habitat with one of our eclectus parrots there interacting with a guest. This is the type of stuff you can expect when you go into the park. Here we've got one of our wildlife keepers interacting with a python, if that's your thing. Not for everybody, but yeah, this is the sort of interaction we get with the wildlife when you come through the park. Some cheeky rainbow lorikeets landing on your head, all sorts of things going on there. So it's a beautiful way to get to know our Australian wildlife. As we go through the slides, we're not only about just the general entry here. There are opportunities to upgrade to traditional interactive experiences, and probably the most popular one we have here, well, not the most popular one, the most exciting one, is Swim with the Salties. So this opened in our Croc Arena about 3 years ago. Swim with the Salties is the only place in Queensland where you can do this once in a lifetime experience, and only one of 2 in Australia. So it certainly is a unique experience, and it is open for families to experience this. So 4 people at one time can go into the swim tank, and you can basically from the minimum age of 12. So I'm just going to play a little video for you here. If the sound doesn't come out, I apologise, but a little 30-second grab of what it looks like. All right, so as you can see there, guys, you get about, I think it's about 8 centimetres away from Australia's most apex predator, the saltwater crocodile. So this experience is completely safe. You're not actually swimming in the same water as their wee and their poo and the food that they're eating. You're in your own filtered water, in your own pool, and you have 180-degree views of 2 male saltwater crocodiles while the wildlife keeper's interacting with food and getting to the move around. So 3 years now, not a single incident, so it's a completely safe experience, but certainly one that's a bit unmissable. Couple of more stills here on this, as you can see there. You can get right up close, touching the screen. So the lady there is touching the actual screen of the croc, little glass. And you've got a 4.5 metre saltwater crocodile there staring you in the face. Possibly our most famous or our most popular experience here is also breakfast with the birds, and once again open to all age groups, so all the way through from the infant to the seniors. So a wonderful experience, seating banquet style around our koala enclosure in our cafe, interacting with the wildlife keepers, asking them any questions on birds, seasonal fruits, bacon, eggs, all that sort of stuff. Is what you're going to be served while you're surrounded by all the different species of birds that you'll find up here in far north Queensland. The added bonus of this experience is you actually get to go in the koala enclosure at the end of this experience, where the keepers will talk to you about our beautiful koalas and and basically their characteristics. So it's not only the birds, but you do get to interact with the koalas as well. This is an absolute stunning experience, which also includes a 5-day entry pass into the park, so you can go and explore. It's an experience that starts at 7:45 in the morning and goes through to 9, and then you've got the rest of the day to explore the park after that as well. So as you can see here, you've got children sitting with their collector's parrots while they're eating breakfast. Family enjoying breakfast there with an eclectus parrot, and I believe that's Max, who's one of our characters here, red-tailed black cockatoo. And then also, this is a photo of what you can expect afterwards when you go into the koala habitat, and you get to get up and close and personal with the koalas. Also, we have a couple of private tours. So we have a daytime private tour called Your Wildlife Habitat, and also a nocturnal tour as well, designed solely to have the park a private experience with a wildlife keeper. So it's a 2-hour experience where you get to tailor the package around the animals that you want to learn more of. A little behind the scenes peek at our TARC centre, which is our animal rehabilitation centre here that we run, where we try and rehabilitate animals and send them back out to the wild. So I'm getting a bit short on time here, so I'm going to quickly slide through a few of these slides and play a little video of our nocturnal tour. As you can see here, there's some of the animals in TARCs and baby green tree pythons. We've got some bearded dragons there as well. And I'm just going to sneak this little video in here of our nocturnal tour to give you a bit of an idea. So guys, that's a really cool experience. That's a private tour where you've got the whole wildlife park to yourself for the night time with a wildlife keeper. So something that is only available here in Port Douglas at this stage in far north Queensland. So it's an absolutely must do when you're here in Port Douglas, and once again, suitable to families. And then the last but not least, the last of our experiences here is the croc feed, where you actually get to feed a saltwater crocodile yourself. So it's a private experience once again, where you're in control and you're feeding a saltwater crocodile, dangling a bit of food from a pole there you can see in that image. So yeah, a wonderful experience. Being able to get that close to a saltwater crocodile and feed is just something that you can't describe. So yeah, plenty of things to do here, but we'd love to see you and get you interacted with our Australian wildlife. So thank you, guys.
Amazing. Thanks, Trent. Thanks for that that update. I could not believe how close you could get to a crocodile. That was insane. I'm going to quickly share my screen now, and I'll just go over some of the product that we have available currently for you agents and some incentives. So please let me know when you can see my PowerPoint. All good?
Yep.
Cool. Sweet. So, as you've heard from everyone today, we've got a really exciting campaign live currently right now, which is our Explore Cairns and Great Barrier Reef campaign, which also includes, it really includes the entirety of tropical North Queensland. So, I guess the biggest news that I can share with you guys is that we have recently just brought out a brand new brochure, which is currently available to order from TIFFs for all you agents. There is limited stock, so please go on and order as you need. But this brochure, we've included 9 itineraries, which feature what we've spoken about today, a really handy map, and other key information like drive times and highlights and top tips for the region as well. So it is a really, really great sales tool for you to help sell tropical North Queensland to your clients. As part of this as well, we've also got a client incentive that you can offer to anybody who's looking to book tropical North Queensland. So we're offering a free $100 sightseeing voucher to every package that is booked in tropical North Queensland. So although I just mentioned that there's 9 packages in the brochure that is available now, we actually have a range of 17 available on our website, which you can go and look at and browse through as well. And these are all broken up into multiple package themes. So we have packages which really do encapsulate quintessential tropical North Queensland. We have family getaways, luxury escapes, unique experiences, and greater regions. So those packages that include, a bit longer self drives for those looking to go a little bit further than Cairns and Port Douglas. Now, we also have an agent incentive, which is currently gone live. So this is only exclusively for Kiwi agents. It's not available for any other agent anywhere else. And you have the opportunity to win a 5-day luxury tropical North Queensland escape, which is valued up to $6,000 in value. So your entry requirements for that is you simply have to sell 2 room nights or $500 of tropical North Queensland land product through ANZCO, and you'll receive 1 entry into the draw. So really, you can get as many entries as you need. It just depends on how much you sell. So that's really, really exciting to have out in market. So you can see here, I have a few examples of some of the packages which we have live. So as I said, we've broken them down into themes to help you easily sell them onto your clients. So we have our Cairns highlight package here. As I go along, we have that Port Douglas family highlights package, which we've spoken about today. A lavish tropical escape, which is a luxury 5-star package, which we've spoke about in yesterday's webinar. And as Kath mentioned, this is the 3rd of a 3 series of webinars. So if you didn't attend the last 2 over the past couple of days, I'll send out recordings and PowerPoints for those as well, so you can get across everything that we've spoken about. And something that we're really excited about as well is we've created a range of special interest packages for those who are looking to do something a little bit different. This seems to be a fan favorite amongst everyone, really, whenever we've spoken about tropical North Queensland, and it's the swim with dwarf minke whales. We spoke a bit about this in yesterday's session and on Tuesday as well. So feel free to go back and look in the recordings about that too. And last of all, how to book these through us. So all of our packages, like I said, are on our website. So you can go to anzcro.co.nz. That's where you'll find our landing page for Explore Cairns and Great Barrier Reef. Explore all the packages, package codes, travel dates and prices. There's also images and some great marketing resources on there. So we do have some flyers and some social media tiles, which you can print off and share with your clients. And then we also have a great range of images and videos too, which are downloadable and shareable on your social media. As always, these packages can be booked through ANZCO Connect, our online booking platform. Alternatively, you can reach out to our reservations team by phone or email. So apart from that, I think we have covered across everything today. I might open the floor to if anyone has any questions about that, what was spoken about, whether about the incentives, marketing resources, or anything about the product. Feel free to just chuck it in the chat now, and we'll answer over the next couple of minutes. If we don't have any questions, then thank you all for joining us today. I'll be in touch with recordings of the webinars, any videos that were put out, and additional resources for all guests that were spoken. Looks like we've got a few people heading out now, so If anyone has any other questions, feel free to just send them through to me. You can just respond to my email when I send it out as well, and I'll provide the contacts of everyone who's spoken today too. So if there's any questions for there as well. Thanks, Kelsey. Thanks, Poppy. Great. Thanks, Kath, Holly, and Trent. Appreciate it.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for having us.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries at all.
Thanks,
Thanks for
guys.
taking the time. We'll see
All right,
Thank
see you guys.
you later. Bye.
Have a good day. See ya.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.